I've got all the skeleton cosmetics. Let's have a look. Alright, starting us off, we got the default skelly. Plain white, not too bad. Then we've got mottled bones, which is a little bit more grey, a little bit darker. Looks a little bit more like the real skellies on islands. Here's the crimson bones, a nice deep red. With hints of black. Here's the ashen bones, a bit more glowy. Very vibrant. Verdant bones, a nice green with a little bit of white or a lighter green. Pretty clean. Here's the two-tone bones, just a little bit of orange and a little bit of white. Not very often used, but not a bad bone tint. Sunken bones, not exactly glowy, but it does have some vibrant colors, purple, blue, and then on just the white skelly, it's just painted over. And of course, golden bones, my personal favorite, and obviously one of the harder ones to get. Reflects light, very golden, very shiny. Very nice. Got the bucket head skull, little hole for the eye. Pretty clean. Fairly entertaining and interesting. Barnacled skull with a little starfish on it, and a little bit of barnacles on it. Short fuse skull featuring a little bomb on top and a mask. Pretty clean. Bearded skull with a little head wrap and a metal jaw. Blindfolded skull with a little captain's hat. Obviously a blindfold. Not too bad. Golden top skull. Little trinket on top of the head. Looks a little bit like a cyclops. And the repaired skull. Do note that the bone for the skull on the head does not change color when you have this on. If I change into different bones, the skull will stay the same color. So it's obvious, so if I switch into gold bones, the white skull will stay the same. The wheel-built upper body, featuring the two heads around the back. Gloves as well. And obviously, there's part of a wheel on the back. Sealed upper body, featuring a hook, a glove, and a shield over the middle. Rope tied around the neck and around the back. The lobster pot upper body, with a claw, a glove, and obviously a lobster inside of the chest of the skeleton. Coming out around the back a little bit, some claws. And obviously the main claw is pretty nice. Barrel-chested upper body, a little bit of rope wrapped around the right hand, a glove, then obviously a big barrel around the middle. Now this looks very amusing on fatter pirates because it'll go all the way around. And it looks funny on skinny pirates because it just becomes very thin and very long. The greatcoat upper body. Little rings on the right and left hand around the wrist and on one of the fingers. A wrapped around belt, a coat, golden necklace. And just obviously just a coat around the back. Gold shouldered upper body. A lot of gold bits inside of the skeleton, including a crown around the spine. A couple trinkets inside of it, a little bit of gold on it. One glove with a gold band on it. One glove with some rope tied around it. A little bit of gold on the back and on one of the arms. Pretty good. Rib caged upper body. The gloves are pretty nice on this one. Very thick. They've got chains wrapped around them. And then obviously there's a big cage around the middle, around the ribs. Same on the back. Skeletal skirt lower body, one boot and one foot with a rope wrapped around it. Then a rope belt around a simple tarp skirt. Sunken stump lower body. Right now the right foot is a little bit bugged. This often happens with emotes where the rope there is not anchored properly to the foot and instead to something random that gets stretched. Can look funny. I think it happens in some running animations as well. The left foot is a post with some barnacles on it, more of a stump, and there's a rope belt around a fairly loose pair of pants. And then obviously the knee there is coming out of them. Around the back, fairly plain. The weighty lower body, featuring a little bit of a cannon there. Plain right foot, and then just a little bit of pants with a nice belt. Fairly straightforward. Looks somewhat neat, except for this big cannon here, which is obviously the feature. Rags and bones lower body. Sort of an ashen rag lower body pants style. Fairly plain. Bit of a belt. Bit of a groin covering around the front. And just some plain pants with a little bit of rope wrapped around the right calf. Twin pegs lower body. 2 peg legs attached to the skeleton. Different is worth noting. They are different. So they don't match. Kind of a sort of skeleton funny thing. There's a belt around the top. Effectively shorts, but I think they're supposed to be pants that have just been cut. Fairly uncommonly used, but not a bad lower body. Swag shorts lower body, featuring 2 big boots, bit of gold around the right leg, and some shorts that don't look to be cut. They look to be intentionally to this length. And obviously a belt. Nice and simple, but also a little bit shiny with that gold. Iron foot lower body, keeping it very simple. Interesting they call it iron foot, because really it's an iron calf. Because just the calf. Very simple other than that. Fairly bare bones, if you will. But still a nice addition to the skeleton. An interesting combo that I like is just having the bucket head and the barrel body. Looks a little bit like full barrel. Also works with a lot of different bone tones, but I just use default here. Can also add legs, but there isn't obviously a barrel leg, but the twin pegs can go alright with this one. Sunken bones can go quite good with the sort of barnacled skull. With the barnacles on it, and obviously the starfish has that purple and blue that goes really well with the bones. Simple, but pretty nice skin. One interesting combo I've seen a couple different ways is this goblin sort of aesthetic, which is like a green, bits of gold on it, similar to sort of a Clash of Clans or Clash Royale style of goblin. A little bit mischievous, but overall a pretty clean outfit. Another combo not to be ignored is the red bones with the crab chest. Sort of goes very well together. You can barely notice it's in there, but it's cool with the little spikes of the crab coming out. And obviously a big claw. It really blends in with the red of the skeleton quite nicely. And that's about it for the skeleton cosmetics. Let me know if there's anything that you'd like to see, or any combos that you like yourself. Join the spawn cord, show me some pictures if you'd like. Have a lovely day.